Joy, passion, and anticipation for the game he loves was the plan this fall for Justin Sharp. With one of the area's top players, Rock Island coach Tom Sigel certainly had his plans. Instead, Justin tries to endure in an Iowa City hospital bed.
Obviously, his abilities on the court, he did a lot for us defensively, shooting the ball, handling the ball, but so much of just bringing the energy and leadership to the court and kind of a toughness, actually.
At times, the gym seems empty, even with the squeak of basketball shoes and bouncing balls. At times, their hearts feel empty, sick, lost.
We just got to be strong and pray, and Justin know that, you know, we're playing for him, and that just makes us stronger and want to work harder to get better.
And not just practice. Every time I wake up, before I go to sleep, I pray for him, and it just isn't the same without him here. It just feels like he should be right here with us instead of in a hospital bed.
The picture these players have of their friend and teammate Justin Sharp is one of youth, strength, and athletic ability. And that is the theme out here. The Rocks are committed to practicing and playing that way as a way they can honor their friend.
You can feed off him so easy because he always was doing the right thing. So even when he isn't here, we know what he would do, so we just try and do what he does.
This experience has these teenagers valuing the life of their hurting friend, but it's also tightening the grip of friendship throughout the team.
We shouldn't take anything for granted, and that builds us all closer as friends.
And now that Justin isn't with us, you know, we got to be closer with each other.
And these basketball players, friends, are committed to the ultimate intercession.
I think a lot of guys are understanding how serious it is and, you know, trying to pray for whatever might be able to help heal him.
We love you, man. We still gonna do what we have to do on and off the court just for you, and this whole season dedicated to you.
He had just the cutest little grin, and he used it an awful lot. He was virtually never upset. And
Craig Sharp talks about his son, number 14, a student athlete in every sense of the word. Work ethic was the name of Justin's game.
he wasn't the smartest kid in the school, but he worked so hard that he got 4.0 regularly. Not every quarter, but regularly. So, because he just knew what it took and he did it.
Earlier this year, Justin was diagnosed with leukemia. In September, he underwent a bone marrow transplant.
The result of the transplant is the new cells didn't really like his body much, which is normal, but they couldn't control it.
Like the Rocky tradition, Justin persevered, putting others ahead of himself.
Very, very sweet and very, very selfless. Throughout this whole ordeal, he prayed not for himself, but for his family, that we would be okay.
Several basketball players gather near Justin's locker, knowing that this 18-year-old truly made a difference.
I told him, yes, we'll be okay because you've given us great memories, and we will all lead better lives because of you. And I know that helped him be even more at peace than what he had been.
He was very humble as a person, and he was very goal-oriented, and he never really let what the crowd was doing, whatever was popular doing. He always did what he wanted to do and bettering himself, and whether it's staying late after school to get help or coming in and shooting extra baskets to improve his game, he was always the one that you can look to and say that's the guy you could others to model after.
Well, hard working in the class, good grades, positive all around the community. He could be a best friend to anyone. He's not really he's shy when he wanted me, but basically around us he really shows how he can be. And Justin was like, he's like a friend, brother.
He's just really given everybody a lot of strength through it, and personally, you know, to know that he was at peace with it, found God as his Savior through all of this, and to know that he's going to a better place, I think helps a number of us, and so we're here to try to give strength to each other. He was outstanding. You know, had his goals in life. I mean, it was, you know, grades and basketball were right up there, and he focused his energy there. Forewent a lot of the things that, you know, average teenagers do because he knew what he wanted, and was really driven. I mean, this is something that, to know what he's gone through, that he's handled it the way he has, really is a tribute to the way he lived his life and how he's been respected by teammates and students in the building.
He was an extremely hard-working young man, very dedicated, very passionate about his sport, and we often used him as an example to our players as to how hard you had to play and how competitive you needed to be, because he definitely played the game with every bit of energy that you could bring to it.
When you hear about a kid like Justin, it just makes you feel real bad. And I know everybody at Allman all day today has felt that. It's been kind of somber around here too. I mean, I've played it against Justin since 6th, 7th grade, and I know he's always been a real hard worker, a great player, and it really just makes you feel horrible.
Blessed is the man who walks in your favor, who loves all your words and hides them like treasure in the darkest place of his desperate heart. Against me, no one can trouble or harm me if you are my strength.